Magic Hunters, Chapter 1, Meet the Crew, Samantha's Point of View.
Samantha, wake up.
A familiar male voice murmured. As I cracked my eyes open slowly, I could tell that the room was filled with clouds of dust. There was a male-like figure beside me. It wore a red shirt with yellow and orange stripes pointing downwards, as well as red pants. His short hair was a deep shade of black. There was a black streak across his throat. On the black streak was a blue upside-down triangle gem. As my vision became as clear as it could get, I realized the familiar voice from earlier was my temporary partner, Fireblast. He was a lieutenant for the Magic Hunters. The MCMH, Magic City Magic Hunters, is an organization filled with 5 different species: elves, orcs, humans, fairies, and pixies. Are the 5 species that form Magic City, and there are regular police. However, magic hunters are the ones that stop rogue magic users. They are known as dark users. 2 other men walked in. One of them was wearing a blue shirt with waves at the sleeve and bottom of his shirt. His pants were a light blue. His hair was short and brown. There was also a black streak across his neck. This one had a red square on it. At this point, I knew that it was their choke chains.
What the hell happened here?
The man in blue yelled. Wave, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, I explained. The second man was dressed mainly in brown with red stripes on the sides of his sleeves and sides on his open zipper jacket. Underneath, he wore a white tank top. His hair was a reddish color and done back in a short ponytail. His black choke chain around his neck had a sea blue circle crystal on it. Wow, Snow, why'd you get into a fight with this time? The man in mainly brown joked. Don't start with me, Jax. You get into way more weirder fights than me, I told him as Fire and Wave helped me up. As soon as they let go of my arms, I started to fall backwards. Fire caught me immediately.
Hey, take it easy, Snow.
Fire was usually like that, always concerned for me. And I don't know why. Nobody in my entire life has been as concerned for me as Fire is. I don't know if that's good or bad Anyways, once I could stand on my own, we all had a discussion about what just happened. A gust of wind came up behind me, then a man appeared. He wore a coat like Jax's, but only white with blue and red stripes at the end of his sleeves. His pants were black as his buzz cut.
Can anyone tell me what just happened? And I want an answer now!
All 4 of us turned our heads to face the man.
Commander Speed!
The boys were in shock that the commander of the Magic Hunters' 12th precinct came out of his office. For me, I was surprised. The 4 of us lined up in front of the commander. The boys stood up straight as if they were military. I, on the other hand, had my arms crossed and leaned to my right. My left crystal blue eye looked up. My other eye was covered by a clump of hair that I put there to cover something up.
Samantha, I thought we talked about this. Whenever I'm around, you need to do what the boys do. It's part of the contract we have.
No, it's not. You really need to read the fine print. And besides, I'm in line with the boys, aren't I? If you want, I can bring out the contract we have. The boys groaned as Speed and I started our usual argument. Here they go again, Jax murmured.
Shut up, Wave whispered. Boys, I heard that. Snow, get out that blasted contract.
Speed was ticked. I walked away.
Hey, get back here. I'm not done talking with you.
Well, I am, and if you give me a minute, you'll see that there's a camera up there. I pointed to a security camera in the top right corner of the room next to the one we were in. There was a giant hole in the wall, which, by the looks of it, was the hole I made when I was tossed through it.
Nice work, Samantha. And where's that contract we have?
With a movement of my right wrist and a gust of icy wind, a contract appeared. I spread my large brown wings. Once I was at the security camera, I ripped it off the wall in anger. It's a fake! I tossed the camera down at Speed's feet. As I glided down, I glared at the boys. They just looked away, trying not to make eye contact.
You three can move now.
Speed released them of having to be all military-like. Fire walked in front of Speed and picked up the fake security camera.
Well, it was a good idea, Snow. At least we know you have a good eye for spotting things like this.
Will you please shut up? After I took 4 steps, I tripped over something, landing face first. Fire ran over to see if I was okay.
Samantha, are you alright? Why on earth did you trip over this time?
I groaned as I pulled my face off the concrete. A low glow came from a pile of bricks I tripped over.
Ow,
I started to mutter. Well, that's number 1 down. Now only 2 more to go on this mission.
Can someone please explain what she's talking about?
Speed never really leaves his office unless it's to go home to his new wife or check on an ongoing mission. Every mission, Samantha trips over 3 things every time. This is number 1. What did you trip over this time? Wave gave me a hand up as he filled Speed in. All 5 of us looked at the glow. I was the first to start uncovering the glow. Once it was unburied, we could tell that it was a red book with the symbol of fire on the front and back cover. Next to it was a dagger. Painted flames crawled up the blade. On the hilt rested a red gem that gave off a bright glow. It's impossible, I whispered as I held the book and dagger in my hands.
Do you know what these things are, Snow?
Speed had cooled down as he read the contract. He took his eyes off the contract to see what we found. These belong to me and my 5 sisters. This is the book and dagger of fire. There were 6 books and daggers in total, each with a different element. Wind, crystal, snow, darkness, fire, and flower. Everyone looked at me as I turned the items over in my hands again and again.
Well, they're most likely from your realm, so you can take them home and no paperwork. Dang it! You were right with the contract.
Speed became irritated at the fact that I was right. Once we got back to the Magic Hunter's 12th precinct, we ran into the desk girls, the ones who take calls. The 3 main girls were Iris, Ray, and Lavender. Funny thing is, I'm allergic to lavender flowers. Afternoon, you 4. So, what number is she at so far? Ray asked joyfully.
I rolled my eyes as she asked. Again.
She went down once so far, Jack snickered.
The next thing he knew, he was face first into the tiles. Everyone looked at Jax as he got up. I closed my eyes and folded my arms.
That's what you get for mouthing off, Jax. And is that seriously the first thing you ask when we get back, Ray? That's really rude. Does anyone else want to ask the number of times I've tripped this mission?
Everyone looked away from me.
I'm heading back to my apartment. See you tomorrow.
As I walked away, I put one of my hands in my pocket of my gray sweatpants, and with the other I waved goodbye.
As I got to my white muscle car, the hubcaps were the same color and shade as my flannel-like shirt. My outfit was very unique to the style of others. I wore a black vest that was open in the front and made of leather. Underneath was a light blue flannel-like shirt. The only difference was it didn't have the plaid. It was open in the front, revealing a different shade of light blue sweetheart croc top. As I got to my car, someone walked up to my window. As I opened it, the man handed me a letter and walked away. So what did he find out? If this is about the one I just found, I'll shoot him, I thought to myself as I started up my car and drove away. As I got to apartment 5F, I grabbed my keys and opened the door to find a 16-year-old female elf with white hair on the couch with a big, bulky man that was half naked. The only thing he was wearing was his underwear. It was Candy, my roommate. She was only wearing her undergarment and her bra. Samantha!
You're home already? Oh my goddess. I turned around quickly. Candy, what have we talked about? No strange men on the couch or in the apartment at all. This means, I know, an extra 20 on my rent this month. Sorry. I don't want sorry. I want you to learn your lesson, and I want him out of my place now. I didn't dare turn back around. What the heck are you? The man asked. I'm a spiritual wing creature, or a wolf if you want to be specific about my breed, and that was rude. What the heck is a spiritual wing wolf? He groaned. Part wolf for my breed. However, every spiritual wing creature is part falcon, part human, and part spirit. Now, out of my place! I demanded. Back in my home realm, there were 4 tribes: Arctic, Earth, Water, and Sky. I am from the Arctic tribe. Once the man was out of my apartment, I turned to Candy. As I crossed my arms and started to tap my foot, Candy knew I was past ticked. This is the last time. If it happens again, you're out. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Samantha. Candy looked down, trying not to make eye contact. As I tried to walk away, I got dizzy and nearly fell over. Candy caught me. Samantha, are you okay? I think so. Can you hand me my phone, please? Candy helped me to the couch. Once Candy handed me my phone, I looked for a number under M. As the phone rang, a young female voice answered. Hello? The young female voice asked. Madison, it's me. I just nearly passed out. Can you come over to my place and don't tell the boys, please? What happened this time? She asked, concerned. I got tossed through 5 walls and tripped. Again. I'll be there in half an hour. Don't move till then. I don't plan to. As she hanged up, Candy came out of the kitchen with a cup. This time she was dressed. So, how was work? Candy always asks that when I get back. Well, same old, and a new mission, and I found one of them. Candy looked at me stunned. Well, that's what you came here for, right? Candy was happy for me. Yeah, it does. But it's bad in a way that you wouldn't understand, I said sadly. Then tell me! She was one of the ones always trying to get me to talk about my past. My eyelids grew heavy. The next thing I knew, I was fast asleep. Samantha, wake up! A young human girl with light pink hair stood over me. Oh, Madison, I must have fallen asleep. Sorry. My voice was groggy. No need to be sorry. Let's see what caused you to pass out.